I have no idea how you guys are getting another one of these. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Andrea, and today I'm gonna tell you guys another little awkward boy story that just happened to me don't have a watch, not even an hour ago. I almost died. I almost got abducted and murdered. So here's the deal. Let me break down the scenario for you guys. So I woke up this morning, I was like, hey, you know what? I didn't go to the gym. Why don't I go take a walk? I usually go walk by myself, but sometimes I'll take my dog, but usually it's just myself. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the dog with me, why not? Basically, I'm walking with my dog all nonchalant. I make it down to where this park is. Gonna get to the park, and I start rolling and I see like a family's playing basketball. Besides that, this park is like empty, and this guy is like driving out of the parking structure. He's leaving, right? And then I just kind of stare at him, he smiles at me, and I'm just like, I'm not a mean person, so I just kind of smiled back at him, and I kept walking. And I was like, this is weird, I'm gonna leave. Like, I just feel like really, like, you know when you start feeling that something's like awkward, and I'm just like, I'm gonna leave. This does not look like a good situation. Like, I'm gonna die. I start walking like across the parking structure to make it out. But I wanted to see like if I was going towards the park, you know what I mean? Like if I was going towards but then also leaving, if that makes sense. I was like, I'm just gonna start heading back home because I was really freaked out. And then while I'm walking that way, he reverses his car, goes around and parks back, like where the public bathrooms are. And I was like, alright, I'm leaving. Like, I made a turn. I was like, why he's in there? I'm leaving. So I did that. I, like, ran in, like, if I was, like, going back to my house. Once he gets out, like, I see him. And first of all, when he was leaving, he was, like, had his blinkers, like, if he was going that way, and I was walking this way. So when he was leaving, he was supposed to be gonna go that way. Once he's, like, leaving, he goes this way where I was walking, and I'm, like, walking. I'm pretty sure that at this point, I had my phone, I had dialed 911. I didn't call them. I just had the number already there, because I was like, okay, first of all, a little background. They've just abducted like 4 people in this town, well not this town but the town next over, and we're not that separated, if that makes sense. So I was like, I don't want to die, so I don't want to be next, which is one of the reasons that I took my dog to me, and I was like, he's not a Rottweiler, but you know, dogs are intimidating. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like I built this up in my mind that this was gonna happen to me, and I'm just like, how is this actually gonna happen to me? Like, I'm actually gonna freaking die today. And I was like, there's no way. So I had 911 like pressed there. If I just pressed the call button, it would call them, you know what I mean? So he pulls over his car to the side, and he's staring at me, and I have my music on my phone just like playing, and I'm walking my dog, and I have my glasses on, and he's like, hey, and I was like, hi, and he's like, he like extended his hand, and I was like, hi, like I just waved like this, I didn't want to get anywhere near him. He said, my name is, I don't know what the heck his name was, I was freaked out. He's like, what's your name? And nonchalant, I'm like, my name's Andrea. And he's like, alright, cool, so what are you doing? I was like, walking my dog. He's like, I see that. And I was like, yeah. He's like, so you're like, what's your deal? Like, are you going to work or something after this? And I was like, no, like, I wanted to leave. He's like, well, I'm new in the neighborhood, and I'm just like trying to meet people. And I was like, this is not the fucking way to meet people when you like scout them out and you were looking at them and you reverse into parking lot. I was pretty freaked out about the situation, because it's like, one thing is to get your number asked by a guy, which is so normal, I feel. Not normal to me, but I feel like it's pretty normal for a guy to ask you for a number, but just like the way he did it was really freaky. And he's like, so yeah, I think we should hang out later. And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to describe him or anything like that, but he was like kind of scary looking, but he was like good looking at the same time, if that makes sense. But like, I got a bad vibe off of him, but he's like, it wasn't like he was ugly or anything like that. He's like, yes, I think you should give me your number. And I was like, how about you give me yours, and then I'll call you or something like that. And he's like, alright, so here's my number. And he's like, yeah, so dial it, so I have your number. And I was like, holy crap. And I was like, I'll just call you later. He's like, no, dial it. And I was like, I'm gonna freaking die. I was scared. And I was like, what's the worst that can happen? He has my number. Instead of him like getting out of the car and like murdering me and like sticking me in his car and like going to murder me somewhere, I was like, okay, I dialed it. And I was like, he's like, yeah, because I don't want to get played by you. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like really scared. And he's like, alright, well, hopefully we can hang out later. And I was like, and I just kept walking. I didn't know what to do because I was like cornered there. Like, there's nowhere to run off to. Driving off, I was like, oh my god, he's leaving, thank god. And he like stops again. He's like, do you smoke? And I was like, no. I was so scared. He's like, is that a problem then? And I was like, I don't know, that's your life. And I kept walking. I was so scared. The thing that freaked me out more is like, one thing is like, you like think a girl's cute and you're just like, hey, can I have your number? That's one thing, right? But then it's like, to be like scouting me out, like reversing your car and like looking at me every single second. But in my mind, I'm just like, what the fuck? Why would you ask me for my number if you like, I know you can tell that I look scared. He just seemed like he wasn't trying to leave, if that makes sense. I was like heading back home, and he like turned his car around, like going the opposite way that I was like headed. And he did like another little U-turn and was like, and drove right past me again and drove right past the other way. And I was like, do I just like go home? I'm like freaked out that he's gonna follow me to my house or something like that. I couldn't dial 911 because it's like he was like murdering me. But I was freaked out. Like, I thought it was Freddy Krueger trying to come kill me. And I'm telling my guy friend what just happened. He's like, that's on you for walking around by yourself. And I was like, it's not funny. I'm like terrified. I'm never going out anymore. I was like scared just because like he wouldn't leave. And like he like basically forced me to like call him, and he looked like really like the thing is, you can't really say that he looked scary, but he acted scary, if that makes sense, because he wasn't bad looking. It was just I was pretty freaked out. And the way he was like, yeah, I'm not from here. And like the thing is, like when he like texted me right now, he texted me from a different number, and that was just really freaking me, and I'm obviously not replying. He's like, hey, after your walk, want to meet up? And I'm just like, no, but I just didn't reply to him because I was scared. I was like, I'm gonna get murdered. I just want you guys to be aware, like carry pepper spray around you. I don't know why I did not have my pepper spray on me. I bought one and I don't know what the fuck I did with it, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, that is my awkward boy story. Why wasn't there a cock blocker around this time? Like, it's not even that I looked pretty or anything for him to be like, hey, she's pretty. Like, I honestly had just woken up. It looked like something off The Hobbit or something like that. I've never seen that, but I look disgusting, and it's like, I don't get your reason to stop me. Are you trying to murder me? Do you need organs to sell on the black market or something like that? I don't know what's going on, but... And while I'm filming this, I'm getting texted about the situation. I Snapchatted a couple people and I was like, he almost got murdered and abducted. I'm like freaking out. And he's like, wait, what, how? And I was like, Brian, if you're watching this, by the time you saw that message, I would have been killed, okay? Anyways, maybe I'm just doing the most because of what's been going on that I'm like paranoid. Like the way he did everything, like if he would have just like nonchalant asked me for my number, it would have been cool and I would have gave it to him. It was just like, I was kind of forced to give him my number, and that wasn't a good thing, and now I'm not going to respond, and hopefully there's no way of tracking my number down, because I'm scared. You can see my Snapchats through my number, can't you? Okay, this is all bad. I'm leaving. Alright, bye guys. Don't forget to like this video if you guys liked it, subscribe, and comment below what kind of video ideas, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!